Before a man can love a woman, he needs four things. And no, ladies, one of them isn't sex. If you think it's attention, validation, or a woman who cooks like his mom, you're close, but not quite. Because men don't fall in love because of a woman. They fall in love when certain conditions inside themselves are met. If those boxes aren't checked, he might adore you, chase you, even swear you're the one, and still walk away. So today, I'll tell you the four things a man absolutely needs before he's capable of real love. Once you understand these, you'll stop asking, why did he pull away? And start seeing exactly when he's ready. 1. He needs to feel like a man in his own life first. Let's start with the uncomfortable truth. A man who doesn't feel proud of himself can't fully love anyone. If he doesn't trust his own direction, if he's broke, lost, or constantly second-guessing his purpose, he's not emotionally free to attach. He might like you, enjoy you, even want you around, but deep down, he's fighting himself. And here's a secret most women don't realize. Men don't fall in love while they're climbing. They fall in love once they've found a solid ledge to stand on. Until he feels like he's becoming someone, every relationship feels like a distraction from his mission. That's why you'll often hear men say things like, I just need to focus on myself right now, or the classic, you deserve better. Translation, I can't protect or lead anyone when I don't even trust myself. And it's not arrogance, it's wiring. A man's self-worth is tied to a sense of progress. If he hasn't built a little pride in who he is, love feels like a luxury he can't afford. So before a man can love you deeply, he has to first look in the mirror and say, I'm enough. That's the version of him who stops running. 2, he needs emotional safety even if he pretends he doesn't. Men might act like walking fortresses, but trust me, inside, most are emotional marshmallows with excellent armor. They've been told their whole lives, man up, don't be soft. Feelings are weakness. So guess what happens? He grows up learning how to suppress everything, anger, fear, loneliness, even love. Now, fast forward to adulthood, he meets a woman who's kind, beautiful, and nurturing, but he doesn't feel safe being vulnerable with her. He fears that if he ever lets the armor down, she'll use that truth against him. And that's when you'll hear women say, he doesn't open up, I can't reach him. It's not being cold, he's being cautious. You see, when a man opens up emotionally, it's not a small thing. It's like handing someone the access codes to his entire emotional hard drive. So before he gives that, he needs to know, if I show her who I really am, will she still respect me? If the answer is yes, he bonds. If the answer is no, he retreats. That's why the woman who creates emotional safety for a man without smothering him becomes unforgettable. She doesn't judge his past, mock his weakness, or force confessions. She simply listens, calmly, curiously, and lets him come to her. That's when love starts. Because love, for a man, begins the moment he feels safe enough to remove the armor. And yes, ladies, sometimes his I'm fine means please don't make me explain it. I'm scared you'll see me differently. So remember, when he feels safe with you, he doesn't just open his heart, he anchors it to you. 3, he needs to trust his attraction. This one might sound weird, but it's 100% true. A man needs to trust that his attraction to you isn't just physical, that it's right. Men have 2 voices in their head during attraction. Voice 1 says, she's incredible, I could really love her. Voice 2 says, don't catch feelings, you'll lose focus. The battle between those voices determines everything. If he doesn't trust that being with you makes him better, not weaker, he'll resist falling because deep down, every man fears choosing a woman who costs him his peace. That's why the vibe you bring around him matters more than how you look. If every time he's with you, he feels energized, respected, and emotionally lighter, his brain links you with strength. He tells himself, being around her makes me sharper. But if every time he's with you, it feels like walking on eggshells or emotional homework, his mind says, I can't afford this right now. So when a man says things like, you bring out the best in me, that's not a compliment. That's a confession. It means he trusts his attraction. He knows loving you won't cost him his focus. It'll fuel it. That's the kind of woman a man fights to keep. 4, he needs to know you won't take his heart and reshape it. Now this is the deal breaker. Before a man can love a woman, he needs to know she won't try to turn him into a project. Men don't fall in love with women who want to redesign them. They fall in love with women who can understand them and let them grow into a better version of themselves without force or manipulation. See, most men have experienced some version of this. A woman who loved him conditionally, a partner who slowly tried to change him, someone who treated his quirks like flaws, or criticized his dreams as unrealistic. So by the time a good woman shows up, he's already emotionally stiff, thinking, if I open up, is she going to try to rebuild me from scratch? That fear is real because men don't want to be managed. They want to be accepted, appreciated, and inspired, not remodeled like a Pinterest bathroom renovation. When a man feels judged, corrected, or constantly guided, he shuts down emotionally. But when he feels chosen for who he is, not the fantasy version of him, everything changes. He thinks, this is a woman I can be myself with. I don't have to perform. And that's when he starts letting you into the deeper layers, the ones no one else gets access to. Men don't fall in love with a woman who makes them feel inadequate. They fall in love with the one who makes them feel seen, not improved, not fixed. Seen. Once he knows you won't take his heart and rearrange it to fit your expectations, that's when he gives it to you. The psychology behind these 4 needs. Let's zoom out for a second so you can understand the bigger picture. Men fall in love in a fundamentally different way than women. Women love from connection. Men love from stability. A man can adore you, desire you, think you're the most amazing woman alive, but if internally he feels insecure, misunderstood, unsupported, or emotionally unsafe, he will not open his heart fully. He can't. Because the male emotional system requires internal grounding before emotional surrender. Here's the truth no one tells women. Men don't need perfection. They don't need constant praise. They don't need glamorous beauty. They need peace, purpose, trust, and acceptance before love can happen. Once these 4 needs are met, his heart becomes available in a way that surprises even him. Why these needs matter more than sex? I know the title said it's not sex. And here's exactly why. Sex creates excitement, but these 4 needs create emotional safety. And a man cannot fall in love without emotional safety. He can be loyal without being in love. He can be passionate without being in love. He can be obsessed without being in love. But love only appears when he feels proud of his life, safe to be vulnerable, secure in the connection, accepted as he is. Without these 4 ingredients, his love never leaves the surface level. He'll hover, he'll enjoy, he'll flirt, he'll be consistent for a while, but he won't die. When these needs are met, he forms what psychologists call emotional imprinting. His brain literally imprints on your presence. You become his safe person, his emotional home, his peace. And that is the kind of love men do not walk away from. How you'll know he's ready. When a man is emotionally ready for love, he will let you into his fears, not just his strengths. Share his long-term plans, tell you he wants to improve himself, ask for your opinion, show vulnerability without shame, open up instead of pulling away, make you part of his routines, express consistency, not confusion. These aren't guesses, they're indicators that his 4 internal needs have been met. A man who feels safe, confident, stable, and accepted becomes emotionally generous. He commits deeply and naturally. You don't have to chase, beg, or decode mixed signals. Men only become confusing when they're emotionally unconvinced. When they are ready, they are clear. Final reflection. So if you take anything from today's video, let it be this. Men don't fall in love because a woman is beautiful, sweet, or seductive. They fall in love when they feel whole in her presence. Because a woman who gives a man peace, purpose, trust, and acceptance becomes unforgettable. Not because she tries harder, but because she makes his world feel easier. Men chase fun, men chase beauty, men chase excitement, but they commit to the woman who meets these 4 needs because she's the only one who makes his heart feel safe enough to rest. If this opened your eyes, give the video a like, subscribe for more honest male psychology, and share this with a woman who deserves the truth about how men really fall in love. This was Brainy Facts reminding you, love doesn't start in a man's heart, it starts in his peace.